Hello, traveler of the internet. This is the speed paint of a drawing I made on stream. I think it was yesterday. I didn't really talk when I was drawing because I was really concentrated. So even though I was live with the vtuber and stuff, it's just kind of me breathing into the microphone. So I figured I'd make an actual voiceover to talk about what I was thinking when I was drawing this. The inspiration for this is drawing, or like I think it's maybe AI art I found on Pinterest that I wanted to take as inspiration. I'll put it on screen. It does actually have like a tiny signature at the bottom, so I'm wondering if maybe that means that it's not AI. I'm not sure. I thought the concept of this concept of a cat in a flower pot reminded me of a cat that we had who would always like trash all flower pots because he would think they were cat toilets, and I really miss that cat. And he was grey, so it doesn't look like the colors I picked for this drawing, which was more or less inspired by the colors of the cat in the picture. I struggle a lot with placing the anatomy of the cat. More or less I just drew whatever like shape the cat decided to be in. It's more or less coincidental. I was wondering also what kind of expression I would give the cat, so as you can see I curl the tail because to signify that this cat is a happy cat, because cats curl their tail when they are happy. I also thought about making them like grumpy or like caught off guard or something. I played around with some playful, very pleased expressions. I honestly kind of regret not going for them, but and I thought that this one kind of looked like it's about to like poop, so that also reminded me of my cat, but I didn't go for this. I also thought about putting some kind of design on the flower pot, because sometimes they come with like, you know, ornaments and stuff, but I decided to make it as simple, just a brown clay flower pot like you would usually see. And I made the edge like a bit uneven because I figured it would be like chipped from being on the ground or something. You know, sometimes flower pots have like holes in them, and so these flowers that I'm drawing have been disintegrated by this cat, so they're on the floor and there are petals falling down. I thought about making them more detailed and just making acids to copy paste around everywhere, but I kind of like the simpler look of it, especially because like this signifies a bit where I am in my art journey right now, because I have recently like restarted and decided to like take it a bit more seriously. So I'm planning on doing art more regularly. I launched a Twitter or like X for art. I thought about doing Instagram as well, but I have so many accounts on Instagram for other things that I decided not to. They're not connected to this streaming account, so I'm not sharing them. They're for my private stuff. I'm not sharing them with YouTube. I still haven't decided what kind of line width I prefer. I've tried 3 pixels, 6 pixels. I find that too small pixels makes it like look dainty and pretty, yes, but because of the way pixels work on computers, small details kind of disappear into the void of pixels, and bigger pixels makes the lines look smoother. As you can see, it's still a little bit jagged. I think I used 3 pixels areas. It's still a little bit jagged, but when I used 6 pixels, it means I have to work on a really big canvas, and I don't really want to do that. This canvas is 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels, I think, and I found that that's the size I prefer to work on right now. I might expand in the future, but that's how it is right now. Yeah, here I'm trying to figure out what expression I want the cat to have, and also I felt like her face was a bit fat, so I adjusted that a little bit. I still have some stray lines that I'll clean up later. Some people like to sketch and then draw line art. I have done that in the past. I find that it feels like it disrupts my workflow. I don't like it. I might return to it, but for now, this is how it is. I felt like when I was drawing Amata, sometimes it seemed a little bit too humanoid, and also I noticed that her nose is a little bit crooked, so I was like debating on whether I wanted to do something about that or just have her look a little bit like diagonally. The way I draw flowers is like relatively simple. I'm just outlining the general shape, not looking to be super detailed because I'm drawing so many of them. Some of them turn out nicer than others, but it's generally the same approach, more or less. I picked orange roses because orange is my favorite color, and I wanted it to have a sort of a cozy, dull colored effect. So I picked a warm color palette as well, and I'm still working on figuring out like how much desaturation I want. I found that too bright colors makes it look very like, I don't know what's the word, artificial. So I tried to desaturate the colors a bit, but oh yeah, I'm not used to brushes yet, so sometimes the brushes don't do what I want them to do. The watercolor, sometimes it just feels like it adds more water, like when you would paint in real life, but that's not what I wanted. I also tried to avoid using pure white as much as possible, because it's reserved for the brightest spots. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about adding blush, but I like to have some like anime effect, and I feel like the blush makes it look a bit more cartoony, a little bit more like Ghibli style. You can leave your thought in the comments if you have any about whether or not the blush was the move to go, but I have done it in the past on my drawings and I like doing that. Yeah, I picked a bluish shade for the low lights because I'm choosing like more yellowy type of white, so as to balance that out, so that it adds dimension to the white for a little bit. I'm thinking that the light source is on the corner, that it like shines down from is this left or right? Hold up, let me go left or right real quick. Left, right. From the left, yes. L shape on your hand equals left. I need to learn that soon. I'm 25, we can't live like this. I tried to figure out how masking works. I've used it in the past, but I'm really rusty, so I don't remember at all how to do it, and it did not turn out the way I wanted. So I ended up like making a manual like selection by just clicking selection from layer, and that worked fine. Because I don't know, the masks. Yeah, I thought like masking meant that you could only color inside the area that wasn't masked, but apparently that's not the case. Maybe it was because I was in the wrong layer or something. I don't know. It bothered me, but it is what it is. I could maybe work on a bit more layers. I have like one layer group for the cat and one layer group for the pot, and I didn't really make a layer group for the flowers. It's just loose layers. my layering needs work. I need to gain more systems, but I tried to make the pot look kinda dirty, so there's cat prints on the pot, and I tried to draw some dirt on the ground as well, but I ended up just going over the textured brush afterwards to like get that effect. For the shadows, I wanted to like signify the shape, but I didn't really feel like I quite got it to work. But practice makes perfect. Maybe next time. But I mean, it's okay. It could be better, but it's okay. And yeah, let me know what you want me to draw next. If you want to, you can leave a comment about that. It just really makes me miss my cat looking at this. I'll probably end up drawing my Palico from Monster Hunter soon. They look kind of similar to this cat, except they have brown eyes. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll probably also draw my what's it called? The dog in the Monster Hunter. I forgot what, Palamute? Yes. I'll probably draw that too. I need to practice drawing dogs, so after I've grown tired of drawing cats, I'll move on to the next animal. But I'm trying to stick with cats right now because I'm trying to perfect my cat drawings. I felt like I made a big step with this, like the coloring on this. I've been trying to figure out what to do, experimenting with with the brushes and smudging tool and everything. I felt like the texture I tried to make on my first drawing, you can see it if you go on Twitter, that it wasn't quite there. You could see the worst strokes, but I felt like I did a lot better with this one. And now we are nearing the end. I think I'll just I make a background, and this like effect that you see here is the paper texture effect I talked about. It's to make it look like kind of softer and more cozy. But it's at the moment I think it's under the drawing. Maybe I could have just left it like this, honestly, but I keep drawing in the background and stuff. Now I'm filling in the stuff on the floor, and I'm picturing that this is outside on like a veranda. So some people have pots of flowers on their terraces or verandas. I did think about shading the flowers, but I want it to be simpler. Sometimes the small details can't be seen anywhere, so there's no point in making time to make gradients on the flower petals and stuff, because it's just a small thing in the background, and the cat is where I want your attention to be. So sometimes less is more. I do change up the color a little bit so you have some variation, but not a lot. And maybe I regret not drawing more petals a little bit, and maybe I should have looked up what rose petals actually looked like. Right now it's just a fantasy flower, because I don't think rose petals look like this. But that's not the point. The point is that it looks cute and calming and simple, and I think I have achieved that. I was a bit debating on how I would make the floor texture for the background. You can see a blurred forest or some leaves in the distance, because the cat's in focus, the background is blurred. I made this very simply by using a texture brush to signify trees with some bluish greens and some yellowish greens, and for the planks I just went over with like a flat brush, the same with as the planks I had in mind. I just went over it. I didn't mind that it went over several times, because I figured that would just be the texture of the flags. And now I adjust the final like layer type of the overlay thing to get the vibe I wanted. And this is the like kinda simple warm colors. Maybe I should have made it like a little brighter and then I sign it and I think it's done, maybe. With some extra final leather spots. There you have my cat. I haven't named her yet. Let me know in the comments if you want to suggest a name for her. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!